I'm looking for relief from stress, anxiety, or pain? If so, you may want to consider trying CBD. CBD is a natural compound found in the hemp plant that has been shown to have a variety of health benefits. CBD can help relax your mind and body, reduce inflammation, and improve sleep. It is also non addictive and has no known side effects. If you're interested in trying CBD, check out our website at www.hypnotizeme.com. And remember, if you're not hypnotized, then you're not doing it right. That's hypnotizeme.com, www.hypnotizeme.com for our high quality CBD products and drinks. Hypnotize Me, a sponsor of the Bossfest podcast.
It seemed like everybody want to be a boss these days. Everybody want to be a boss till it's time to pay out, you feel me? Till it's time to pay that boss cost. They ain't trying to have them tough conversations. Ain't trying to put in them extra hours, catching that windfall money, dealing with folks not being consistent. Don't get me started on the lack of sleep, but you know what they say.
Boss Life, BOSSFEST, the Boss Fest podcast. Each and every Wednesday night, 7 p.m. Eastern Time, guaranteed to get you right. BOSSFEST, the Boss Fest podcast. They might make you laugh, make you mad, make you cry. Either way it go, it's a vibe. Tune in, catch the topic, get the tea. Ain't no shallow waters over here, we get deep. You sensitive, easy to offend, you need to flee. But them tough conversations gonna be happening. Boss Fest podcast, they hold it down. Wednesday, 7 Eastern, man, it's going down. Tell a friend to tell a friend and y'all gather round. Get active in the comments, don't get lost in the crowd.
Hey, what's happening? It's your man DJ Bush. I had to show love to Kevin and Edwina, Boss Fest Butlers. Y'all know what time it is. The Boss Fest podcast. But you already know what we live in.
Boss Life, BOSSFEST, the Boss Fest podcast. Each and every Wednesday night, 7 p.m. Eastern Time, guaranteed to get you right.
I am Kevin.
I am person who is not liking the visual or the sound. Come on, sound guy, get it together. Get it together.
What's wrong with the sound?
I don't like it. I don't want to hear myself. Y'all already know how the sound guy do me in these streets.
Man,
Happy Wednesday to y'all. Damn, sound guy got me all messed up. I'm discombobulated.
listen, bro. You always like to blame me for stuff. I done told you 1,000 times. Man, check your mic, check your camera. I said, you do it, and you want to touch it now that we live. You had all that time to come here and mess with it to make sure you looked a certain way. Every time I try to set the camera up a certain way, you touch it 1,000 times.
The people didn't come on here for you to argue with me. That's not what they came to do. Happy
No,
Wednesday, y'all.
bro,
We appreciate y'all joining us on Wednesday evening
bro, I want to
on
keep
the
going
Boss
in.
Fest podcast. I am Edwina.
Man, don't nobody care no more. All I'm saying is, for so many months, my sound. The sound crystal clear now. We can't even trip on that no more. You got good audio. All I'm saying is,
Y'all, if y'all feel like the audio is good, let me get a thumbs up in the chat.
Now we need to do that again. We need a thumbs up in the chat. Man, what up?
You so salty. I just want people to give us a thumbs up in the chat.
Won't you just talk?
I already said, hey, you try to bring us back here. I had moved on and you brought us back. And look, I got a thumbs up because I appreciate you with a thumbs up. Thank you.
I wear the headphones now to make sure I got everything in my ear so that way I can deal with
you. Just do that so you look like you're doing something.
I am important and you will not devalue me.
All you do is spin records. That's all you do. But anyway, so let's get into today's topic. You had to breathe on it?
Yes, I had to breathe on it.
All right. So today's topic is, are you afraid of success? I said it like it was a question.
That ain't even a topic.
That's not the topic?
No, that ain't the topic.
Well, tell us the topic then. What's the topic?
The topic was fear of failure or fear of success. I don't know what you just said.
I just said, are you afraid of success?
That's not how I worded it. I'm going to need you to pay attention to how I word things.
We're not going to talk about the wording because I'm just going to say it be messed up, but whatever. So, yeah, listen, the sound on our little podcast is hard. Sound not hard. You plug it in. You can put a plug and play. Plug and play.
What up? All right.
But anyway, you have people over there empathizing with you and saying that this sound thing is not easy.
It's not.
I see a little box and it got some cords in it and some microphones. I mean,
okay.
All right. So the topic is, I gotta say it all, right? I gotta.
You know what? We gonna start. How was your day, babe? Because you in a different place right now. Let me check on you. Let me check on your mental space. How you doing?
I'm good. I'm good.
You do anything great today?
Did I do anything great today?
Yeah,
I got some great news today, so I'm excited. I'm having a good day. What about you? I touched it
again.
I know. I knew you was gonna say something. Okay. I'm gonna start touching. How was your day?
It was good until you keep touching my cameras.
All right. So are you afraid of success? Or are you what the hell is the topic?
Y'all see what I go through?
What is this long ass topic? Say it again for the people in the back. What is it?
It was fear of failure or fear of greatness.
That ain't what you said the first time. But do I get to pick one? Like, am I afraid of greatness or I'm afraid of failure? Because it kind of feel like the same thing, but okay.
No, it don't.
All right, well then explain. It's your topic with all the words, so tell us what it's about.
Well, it's my topic with all the words.
Come on, Wordy. Let's tell us what it's about.
All right, for the sensible people out here listening. So the reason for this topic is I'm constantly getting challenged by number one, my wife, but in life in general, trying to meet certain expectation, goals, and things like that. And I had to go and ask myself, what prevents me from achieving success? And is it a fear of failing or is it a fear of being great? And a lot of the times I used to think it was a fear of failure. Like no one wants to seem like, oh, they the person that failed or something. But honestly, I think it might be the expectation of greatness that sometimes, holds me back. Because to be great, that means you have to fail a lot. If something just falls through one time, or let's say I don't do something, like we say, oh man, that fell through because I didn't do it, then I didn't actively put any type of energy behind it and it failed. But to me, if I would have put energy behind it, it might have did something. But sometimes I fear putting energy behind it and thinking I'm doing the right moves and making the right plays, and then it still fails, and not knowing how to really deal with that. Did that help?
I mean, you said a word right then. People don't know that you have started using the podcast as therapy because you don't want to pay anyone for therapy sessions. But
why would I pay for therapy when I can just talk into the camera like everybody
y'all
else?
Are now Kevin's therapist. So please, chime in and help him through the therapy session. He only got an hour with y'all, so y'all help him out. But
late, I might have 30 minutes.
What I want to tell people out there is Kevin is literally a procrastinator. And I say procrastinator in the best form that I can say it.
There is no way to say the best way to say procrastinator. But go ahead.
If anyone that knows me personally knows that I got a nerve and he just dance on that bit when we trying to do anything in life that has a time frame that requires thoughts, execution, hell, Follow through. Follow through is a good one that requires follow through. I'm gonna just be honest and put it out that I get let down. And I feel like you saying that, like you on here and you telling people what it really is. I feel like that was eye opening for me. Cause I'm like, this dude really be intentionally letting me down because you afraid of what it could be. Like
Sometimes.
you got to do better with that, homeboy. Like
Mm-mm.
there's so much potential that I see, and I'm like, you know what? Let me speak on what my fear. So if you talk about fear of success or fear of failure, I fear what the other side looks like if I keep moving and not bringing you with me. And I'm sometimes afraid of how great things can be. And I know that I allow you to hold me back. And I ain't saying it in a hating ass way. I'm really just saying, like, damn, you know you could be great if you just do it. But I keep telling you, come on, Kevin, we can do it together. Come on, let's go, let's go. And you be like, nah, man, I'ma chill. And I'd be like, oh, so we chilling? I guess we chilling though.
I play in safe space because it's I've always felt the job of the man in the household is to provide
How we get here?
a safe space. No, this is how we get here. So sometimes my procrastination in business, and I'm starting to use
In life, I want you to make sure you say in life, in business, and in life.
In business and in life, since you're gonna make me give you my
I mean,
testimony.
if you gonna go to therapy now, you got to tell a therapist all the business. They can't just have one side of the story.
That ain't the truth.
In therapy or in life, like therapy. So say in business and in life, I procrastinate and I don't move on certain opportunities that I could, like. Go ahead, it's your story. Go ahead.
No, you finished telling my story. Shit.
Go ahead.
You wrote the book. Yeah.
Let me just read some comments.
Oh, now you want to read comments. Go ahead and read your damn comments.
See, since people are healing and helping, this one says you need to run me my money, Kevin. That's facts, because therapists get paid a lot. And more success is more pressure and more accountability, and that's facts. A higher chance to let someone down. I think what it is afraid of what other people who are looking at you may say. Like you're afraid of the audience out there. Ah, man, you did this and it failed. It didn't do that. And I just channel. You watch that Tyler Perry documentary.
Yep, I watched that.
Why you doing that? Why you making your face like that?
I'm just ready for whatever you finna throw
at me. I'm not throwing no hate at you. I'm just saying in that documentary, really, he said, what did he put on, like 19 plays and nobody showed up? It was some like ridiculous number. And like
7 over the he put on.
No, man, it was a lot of plays. Maybe it was over the course of several years, and maybe it's 7 years.
Okay.
But I just remember the number 19. And if anybody watched it and y'all know the actual number, y'all can correct us. But he put on multiple plays. No one showed up to those plays, but he kept doing it. And finally, someone said, hey, I want you to come put on a play here. And he was very apprehensive about doing it because, hey, I done it so many times, ain't nobody show up. What will be different this time? But he did it again, and then the house was packed. And so I take that to say that you have to live in those type of moments. Like you got to keep pushing and you got to keep playing because you don't know when your packed house is coming. But if you stop, you'll never get to the packed house.
That sounds great. Keep going, keep going. So there's a saying out there like, you're guaranteed to miss 100% of the shots you don't take, right?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that sounds so great and so powerful. But has anybody ever thought about what if you take 100 shots and miss 100 times? How does that mess with your self-esteem? Like, as a person, you think you shooting like you're working on your form, you're releasing the ball, and you keep missing, you keep missing, you keep missing, you keep missing. Like, I have a fear of taking 100 shots and missing 100 times. I do.
So, I got some very well said. I appreciate y'all. And this one says, okay, word. I dropped the word. You don't know nothing about it. This
Whatever.
is interesting. So I'm sorry, you need to answer that?
No, that's some scammers.
That's crazy.
I know,
You gotta keep persevering and examine why you're missing those shots. Why are you looking at me like that?
Because you got to keep persevering. Not persevering, but persevering.
Whatever. You know what? You can read these comments too.
No,
funny
baby,
guy.
You got it. You got it.
Everybody knew what I meant though.
Sure. Okay. Got it. Understood. No problem. But that is a fear of mine. And I'm learning to work through it. But sometimes it isn't a fear of failure that's holding me back. It's the fear of greatness. Because if I don't try to do nothing, I knew it was going to fail. Okay, I didn't try it. It failed. Sometimes I feel like that's a safer space. But the fear of greatness, I know to become great, you have to fail. Like you have to intentionally do something, hoping to get a good result, knowing it may fail. I've never been that person. I've never been that person.
I can agree. You probably have never been that person. Your personality tells me that you have never been that person.
You approach me in life. I have a fear of approaching women, even when I was in high school and stuff like that. I would never try to talk to a chick. And it became because
you're afraid of failure?
The couple of times I tried it, I failed. And I said, you know what? I don't even like the way that feels. People tell you all the time, man, the worst thing a girl can tell you is no. You absolutely right. That shit sounds terrible in my spirit. If it took me all this courage to reach out and say, hey, my name is such and such, da 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 da. It eats at you. Listen, I don't got to deal with that pressure. I'm good. What? I'm just using an example.
No, I'm just letting that sink into my spirit right now that, dang, we've been together this long and the fear that you have of failure is probably it's really a great fear. And I'm just thinking to myself, dang, man, where could we be if I wasn't letting you, I don't know, because I ain't gonna say it right. But the point is, I think you probably should, really go to therapy because that fear of failure has probably kept you from a lot of things.
Fair enough. But you just woke up 2 days ago. So
no, I didn't just wake up 2 days ago. I'm 2 years in to my awakening. 2.5 to be clear.
And through my fear, I am still here trying my best to navigate
kicking and screaming. So let's be clear, kicking and screaming is why you're here.
You're making it seem way more aggressive than what it means.
No, because listen, we have a TikTok. If anybody follow us, we don't have no videos right now, but we have a TikTok at Hypnotize Me. We have a Bossfest TikTok. But on our Hypnotize Me page, I got on TikTok and I was like, man, they doing like skits and stuff. Like, let's kill it. So one thing about our CBD brand is you cannot promote CBD outright. So I can't show y'all a picture of some gummies. I have to subtly tell you about my brand. So we were on there doing skits. A lot of people approached us about how the skits were really good. We even went to a conference in Atlanta and somebody was like, man, y'all the people from TikTok, that's crazy. Come take some photos. So that was really like big stuff because someone out of state recognized who we were. Kevin said, man, I ain't no little kid, man. Like, I'm over here looking crazy about the TikToks. I can't do that. And I'm sitting here processing and I'm like, man, you afraid of what people think. So you let your brand die because of it. Like, people were noticing you. People were going to your website and people were like purchasing or at least brand awareness because of some videos that we were doing. And your fear stopped that from happening.
Yes.
And then my dumb self allowed you to like let me be like, forget it.
Fair enough. There was that. But to my defense,
Oh my God, what defense?
my defense is you'll be like, all right, man, we got to mimic some of the videos we see.
Man, we doing what's easy.
I get it, but a lot of that junk didn't fit right in my soul.
You was like Ike one time. Like, how Ike don't fit right in your soul?
I did Ike.
You look Ike-ish.
I did
but
Ike.
you could have kept finding like different videos, but you was like, I can't do it.
I'm gonna be Ike the whole time.
You could be whatever. Some of these, it was like a lady in a dress. And if y'all remember the lady in the dress, like she would just run around looking for like the imaginary boy. She did that every time. That was like her gimmick every time.
I hear you, but it was some of that stuff that just the way my character is built, I couldn't do it. And you would keep bringing me shit that looks like that. Like,
I mean, you could find your own shit.
I wouldn't. Don't do that. I wouldn't.
So this comment says, I embrace the failure and success. It keeps me balanced. It makes me want to keep challenging myself and reach for more. I completely agree with that. Like you have to take the good with the bad and it helps you grow. So if it's always good, then there's no growth there. You feel like you're like plateaued, but you have to take the ups and the downs so you become better and you keep climbing. Like once you reach this level, you're like, wait a minute, I think I can go here, and you keep going. But if you keep limiting yourself, then you never know what it really could have been. It's always a what if. What if I would have really given it my all? Could it have been good? All you're doing is, oh man, at least I didn't just put myself out there. And who are you afraid of? Like who is making these comments or making you feel less than so that you don't try?
I said I have a deep-seated fear.
Yeah, but I'm just saying, like you not trying and nobody's watching. Like you're just afraid of yourself?
No. Everybody's watching. They choose when they want to comment. So don't think people don't be watching. I'm just saying.
Okay, wait a minute. It sounds like Kevin is being the first to say what he thinks others are saying and not focusing on the positive voices. So you already channel what you think the naysayers are saying and you internalize that, and then it stops you from moving forward.
Absolutely.
Come on, therapist. See, your people are therapying you. They hit that right on the nail for you.
Listen, that's why I'm putting the information out there to see what I get back. I am using this as therapy. And because of this, I'm actively challenging myself to work through these opportunities to actually seek out being great and understanding that greatness comes with failure. Did I say that right? I wasn't supposed to say failure comes with greatness. Either way, greatness comes when, after you've learned from failure. If anybody gets it right the first time and they can just continue to build success on top of success, then it's unheard of. It's those ones who continuously fail, learn from the failure, build upon it, and go forward. I just got a fear of missing 100 shots. That's all I'm saying.
So for me, I feel like anything that I've set my mind to, I'm going to accomplish that goal. It just hasn't been a goal that I set that I haven't accomplished, and not like in a cocky way. I just don't stop till I accomplish the goal. So I'm a preface it to you in other life situations. Like when we were going through IVF and how many no's that I got, like, hey, this is impossible for you. You should just stop. I could have just stopped 1,000 times and said, hey, they say it's impossible. We just won't. But I didn't. I kept saying, well, what else is it? I got to dust myself off. I got to cry at this point. And yeah, I feel defeated. What's the next play? And you can count on your hand, like how many times that happened over and over again. But if I would have stopped, would we be here?
No, we wouldn't be here. But with every no, there was a different voice out there saying, hey, have you thought about this? Sometimes the only voice in the room is the one that's in my head or the one that's screaming back to me. And
are you pointing at me like I'm the voice that's screaming back at you?
The voice that's screaming back to me. And I get deaf to the voice that's screaming at me.
So if you're saying I'm the voice that's screaming at you, which I don't feel like I'm screaming at you, but I can see the potential in you. And sometimes it feels like, man, if you see somebody that could be so much better, why can't they see it in themselves? And you want to take that person and like shake the shit out of them and be like, man, you could be so much more. Why don't you just do it? Like, get on the stage, own this, just do it. Like, and sometimes it'll be somewhere and I'll be like, Kevin, just do it, just do it. He's like, leave me alone, leave me alone. I'm like, but I see it in you. Why not just take advantage of it? But you can't see it in yourself. We miss you too. I know we don't have our little meetings no more.
All right.
All I'm saying is I've always seen greatness, and it saddens me that you don't see it too. But now more than anything, I'm now sad for me because I think about, dang, how many times has your fear held us both back?
I think my fear might have slowed something down, but I don't necessarily think it held anything back. Because, like you said, anything you want to go after, you find a way to make it a reality, kicking or screaming. So I don't want you sit here like, man, Kevin is stopping her from being
I ain't done
great.
no TikToks in a whole year. You have literally stopped the TikTok.
I told you do as many TikToks as you want. Don't include me.
But people liked you in the TikTok. I can't do it by myself if they enjoyed you. So you have stopped the brand.
We will go back to doing TikTok.
Look at that. We are accomplishing things on the podcast. Won't he do it? Won't he do it?
25.
Really? So this says failure isn't bad. It's the same as riding a bike. At first you don't succeed, get up and try again. Exactly.
Depends on how bad you fall.
And so this one says you can't want it more than they do. And a lot of times, like, I have to internally, like, I have to learn that you can't want success better than someone else. Like, I can give you the keys to the car, but I can't make you drive it. Like, you got to take this thing and go. And we are two different individuals. And I want to help you.
I get it. But the path of success is like driving on I-4 or driving in traffic in Atlanta. You just get way down by it.
I'm gonna call you out because the this, that, and the other podcast just commented, and y'all check them out. The this, that, and the other podcast. So they are in the chat. Follow them. Check out their podcast. But their comment says, "Come on, Kevin, you got to get outside your comfort zone." So Kevin was a guest on their podcast, and he was so excited about being a guest on their podcast. He didn't want me to come. And I was like, all right, it's boy time. But I watched the podcast and I was like, why are they getting a shell of Kevin? Like, this is crazy. What is happening here? Like, you didn't go and like really like voice who you were. You didn't comment on certain things. Like, I was like, oh, he gonna let that slide. I was just like, come out of your shell and show people who you are.
I thought I did. What
You
I let
didn't.
slide?
You didn't. You were sitting there. You was like, yeah, I like this coquito or whatever it's called.
I do like to
You
drink.
don't like that. You have to live in your authenticity. Is that a word?
Wow.
You just have to be you. You just gotta be you.
Are you serious?
I'm being for real.
That
You
is a
have to
lot.
be you.
Listen, fellas, the coquito makers, listen, I need a bottle. I don't care what she talking about. I need that bottle. She hating right now.
If anybody knows, I'm gonna keep it 100. I'm gonna keep it 100.
Man, your 10% line ass right now, your 100, 10% ass. Talking about some. What
Then they
else?
were playing some music and you was like, yeah, that's my jam right there.
No,
Like,
I didn't. That's a
you
lot.
don't know them songs.
Every song that I knew, I agreed to. The one song I didn't, I said, I don't know that song.
All I'm saying is I watched the podcast and I was really excited that you went on the podcast. But the comment that they're saying is you got to come out of your shell. You have to be your authentic self. And then you have to not be afraid to fail. You can't be afraid of what people are going to say, because the thing is, they're going to talk about you bad whether you succeed or whether you fail. They going to have something to say.
I got you. But you ain't finna sit here and lie to the community right now.
Are you still on the coke?
Yeah, bro, you ain't finna lie on the community like that. Don't do that.
All right, well, y'all bring him back on the podcast again, and maybe he liked to drink.
Listen, they coming on the 3rd.
Maybe you like to drink, but
what else?
Maybe you like to drink.
I need another example, because that was just a lie. Another example.
All I'm saying is people are tired of getting a shell of you. We don't want a shell of Kevin. Open up and be your authentic self, and don't be afraid of what anybody is going to say, our failure, because we're going to fail at this thing. But as long as we keep trying to make it happen, we're going to keep going. I failed at a podcast. Like, before this podcast, I was in a podcast. It was a complete failure. Everybody know that. But we doing our own thing. Like, we keep moving.
Everybody know it.
They do now. If they didn't, it didn't work out. Y'all, I was in a podcast. It didn't work out. But what it did teach me is I like podcasts.
It did. So what do we do? Did you stop? Did I stop you? You like podcasts. You like, I ain't gonna do it by myself. I'm like, all right, I'm gonna jump in. Person who has a fear. I failed public speaking in college. I don't even know how you get a 4. I got a 4. But yeah,
like out of what?
Out of 100.
Oh, dang.
Public speaking. 100% of the grade. Kevin with a 4.
You shouldn't say that out
Professor told me I should just shut the fuck up for the rest of my life. Just be quiet. Whatever you want to say to people, write that shit down. That's all I'm saying. But you wanted to do podcasting. It was good. I'm like, man, I'm learning something in the background with it. All right, I'm with you. I'll sit across from the table. I'll play off of your energy. Let's go.
All right. So this comment says fail is first attempt in learning. I think that is a good way to look at that. But you say that you are sitting across the podcast. I've been trying to get you to just open up the podcast. Hey, Kevin, just say what the topic is. Introduce yourself first. Introduce a guest. You still are afraid to do that.
I did it today. Did I not do it today?
Because you got tired of me.
Because I've now did this enough. I worked through my nerves. I ain't just sweating out on the camera no more. It's like,
it was bad at first. It was bad.
See, I was literally leaking on camera. And I'm getting better. But instead of you giving me my flowers.
You are right. You are not, because, oh God, it was just so bad.
Jesus. See, this is why I don't even do stuff. Because even when I try and I think
don't
I'm
let
doing
me
good,
be the reason why you fail. Don't try to put it on me.
You just make me feel like I'm failing when I'm actually succeeding or getting better.
That's what I do. I literally told you that I want you to be. I want you to be great.
What you saying ain't matching your energy.
All I'm saying is you were on the podcast with the guys, and I just didn't feel like I was looking at the authentic Kevin. They are on the. So do y'all feel like y'all got the same Kevin that is sitting next to me on the Bossfest podcast? They can comment. I feel like they got a malversion. They got a shell of a Kevin on the podcast. That's all I'm saying. And I'm just telling you to speak in your authentic self and don't be afraid. It was a shell of a Kevin. I said it.
So listen, if anybody has seen the previous podcast my wife is on, she's known for dropping bombs. Just say some random shit, blow some shit up, and walk away.
No way. Oh, kudos to you. It says, Kevin, you definitely got better. See, I appreciate that. So our followers have seen your growth.
See, that's all I'm trying to do. I'm just trying to be a better me. But I'm still saying, like, I still struggle with the success as it comes to, dealing with failures. Like, I know I failed, but there has been success with it. Even with this, I had to fail several times. You sit here and you sold out about me and this sound quality for months. It hurt the shit out of me because I'm like, man, I'm testing out stuff. I'm on the weekend spending hours touching on mics and sound system. Like, all right, this sounds good now. We should be good. And the moment the show starts, It's nothing. I'm like, this is bullshit, man. Like, it don't even make sense.
It ate with your soul, like it just ate you
it
up.
ate with my soul, and then the first thing you do is, you know my sound, man. Somebody let me know what's going on in the chat.
Let's do a mic
Clap
check right
your
now while we're
hand.
talking about it,
Clap
y'all. The sound still clear?
See, this is see.
I'm kidding.
That's that shit right
I'm
there.
kidding.
Nope.
So I want to ask you a real question.
Go ahead.
We just did Bossfest in October.
Okay.
And sometimes when we get into an event and it starts getting, I guess when we get into the thick of it, sometimes it's kind of like you just, I guess, duck out, for lack of a better word. You just kind of get ghost. And I've seen it in certain things. How do you feel that you were in planning the last Bossfest event?
In planning?
Like the whole process and the process of getting to the Bossfest event. Like, were you afraid of what the outcome of the event was going to be? And how do you feel like you were throughout it?
So, I was absolutely terrified of if people would see value in what the event could be. And that's the truth.
I'm sorry. I started reading a
You
comment a
tell
little
me.
bit. I just got to read it out loud because people
Go
going to wonder
ahead.
why I'm laughing.
Go
It
ahead.
says, when we completely met you, you froze. And I read that kind of backwards, but it's so funny. It says, honestly, I thought something was wrong with him. I just imagined it in my head, like somebody saying, "Hey, what's your name?" And you like, but anyway, and it says, but over time, I learned the truth. So I had to laugh a little bit because I read it and then I saw it happen in my head. But continue. I'm sorry. My bad. It was just like you was like, my name, Kevin. Anyway. All right, but I want you to answer the question. So
See, you see how she attacks my trauma?
I read, it was a comment. I read it. You know, like when someone says something and you instantly visualize it. That's what happened.
I get it. You read the comment, but then you had to go act the shit out, Denzel. Like, what the fuck? I seen the comment, and when
like,
I
it was
you,
on
I just
my name
go,
radio, my name radio.
Now I'm ready.
I'm sorry, you're not radio. Go ahead. Answer the question.
See, this why I ain't even gonna try no more.
No, try. Okay, so in the last event, how did you feel about it?
My biggest fear with Boss Fest was would people truly understand what we're trying to bring? And when you're trying to introduce something into a community that hasn't really been exposed to certain stuff like that, it takes time. And when you invest in that type of money, you like, man, at least let me get a return on my money. Even if I don't make a profit, at least let me break even.
Okay.
And I saw you kept spending more and more and more. And I'm like, man,
but you putting that on the spending. What I'm asking you about is your fear of the event and how do you feel like you contributed? Because what you said was, if I'm afraid, I kind of back away because I don't want to put my all into it and it may not work out. So the spending aside,
I felt like I gave Boss Fest 2023 the best version of Kevin at that time. Do I think there's now a better version for 2024? Absolutely. But I gave Boss Fest 2023 the best version of Kevin.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not gonna sit and say, oh man, I didn't do, man. The things that I felt like I had control over, I controlled. I know I could have been part of more of the planning aspect of it. But I knew that was something I struggled in, and we struggled in 2022 with it when it was just me and you. It was mostly just you, and I was like, man,
I was like, wait, it was me and you.
See, you just don't stop.
I don't know how. I'm gonna work on that though. I'm gonna work on me while you're working on you.
You just don't stop, bruh. I'm just saying. But that's why I was like, man, let's make sure we get a team around us. Let's get different ideas, get different opinions, because it will allow for me to hear someone else's idea and then be able to build upon it or figure out a way to, I don't know, simplify, amplify, things like that. But sometimes me coming up with my own ideas, I ain't really the best at. Like, I'm gonna sit there and say, I don't know. But if somebody say something, it'll get the wheels turning. Be like, oh, okay. What if we do this and da 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 da? It's just, I just need that jump start.
Okay.
But I believe I gave the best version of Kevin in 2020. Now, 2024, Kevin, we've already exceeding what we're trying to do. I'm even trying to plan a Bossmas with no money, but I'm gonna get it off the ground somehow, some way. It may not.
Bossmas is dead. It's not happening.
Oh my God! Did y'all hear the blasphemy right now?
There is no Boss Smith. You know what? 2024.
See that?
Come up with a Boss Smith.
I'm trying to do something great, and what she tells me, it ain't there. But she could come up with something at last minute, and I need to jump on it, then find ways to encourage it. Yes or no?
Yes, I said what I said.
So why can't you encourage me to pull off Bossmas?
The reason why I can't encourage you to pull off Bossmas is because what's going to happen is you're going to set a date, and then you're going to be afraid of no one showing up to the event. And now I just took on another event.
No, we listen.
I can't.
No.
All I'm saying is I know what my capacity is, and I am full.
No, listen. The first one is gonna be like a tester event. Yes, how to Grinch cancel Bossmas.
Let me go back up to this other comment while y'all calling me the Grinch.
I'm just saying, look, the first one is going to be a tester event, seeing what type of energy we get. Then if it look like we can generate more behind it, then just make sure 2024
Who is planning Bossmas? Answer that. Who planning it? You, the person who has no ideas, you just said you have no ideas. You just say, I don't know.
I'm going to reach out to the community for some help. The community said they're going to help me. I'm going to ask the community for help. Community, help me plan Bossmas.
Christmas is tomorrow. Like, when are y'all doing it?
Nobody care about that. Nobody cares about the actual day of Christmas like that. It's Bossmas. We just trying to keep it around the season.
Oh my goodness. I can't. All right. So I'm going back. This says we thought the version that we got. Oh, okay. So this is about the version of Kevin that they received on the podcast. They thought they got a version that was cool and fun, but I know you better than anyone else. You did bite your tongue a couple times though, so they could tell that, but it's probably for the best. We ain't trying to get canceled already. So fair enough. And then it says Bossfest was the shit. Definitely enjoyed my time at Bossfest. We greatly appreciate y'all for joining us at Bossfest. Like, so much. Thank y'all for coming out. And then, the booze for the Bossmas and the Grinch. So right now we have a committee that is already in the planning phases for the next Bossfest. And we're not going to do one Bossfest in 2024. We're going to do 2 Bossfest. And all I'm saying is my mental capacity is a little full trying to make that happen. And now you want to do a Bossmas. I would be completely cool with doing a Bossmas. So I want everyone in the world to know I would be cool with that if I wasn't the full planning committee of Bossmas.
Nobody asked you.
Yes, but I have been with you for 20 plus years, and I feel like I know how this plays out. Yeah, dog, let's do Boston. What day you want to do it? And we're going to do it on the 20th. You going to get the building. You got the drinks. You know what? I'm going to get the drinks. You call the decor person, like, what time is going to be? What you answer me what time is going to be? It's your event. Somebody call you, hey, Kevin, like, what time? Hold on, let me ask you. What time you said Bossmas was? Like, stop playing with me. Do not play with me. I am not setting up an event. You want to do Bossmas? I want to go. I want to bring my friends. We want to hang out. I do not want to plan another event.
I'm going to remember that.
Y'all call me Grinch if you want to.
When you telling me about all your Bossfest visions and dreams, and you trying to create
you don't already did me like that. You can't go back. You can't go. You don't already did that. So I like that you prefaced the 2023 Kevin felt like he gave his all for Bossfest, because we know the 2022 and the 2021 was like, what time is Boss Fest? I'ma show up.
See, that's why I'm afraid of greatness, man. 'Cause I got a lot of haters here, and the one that's supposed to be cheering me on the most be tearing me down the most aggressively.
I'm here for you. I just
To
can't
tear me
let
down.
I can't let you continue with your shenanigans. So look at this comment says it should be his event. Set the date and let him lead. Every time he come to you, the answer is I don't know. Kevin got to get out of his box. That's your favorite word to say. Kevin, what we gonna do? I don't know. What we eating? I don't know. What color you like? I don't know. So you right. Plan Bossmas. We going. All y'all got an invite. Y'all, we are all going to Bossmas. We are going to have a great time. Kevin, what date is Bossmas happening?
I'm gonna get back to you on that.
Right, he don't know. He do not know. That's crazy.
I'm gonna get back to you. What?
We are all witnesses of Boss. If Bossmas doesn't happen, he can't blame me, but he definitely needs a team to hold him accountable. You do need a team of people to hold you accountable. You really do.
Candace is on my neck.
I'm loving that. You came to this episode and you said that you were using the podcast as therapy. And what I appreciate is people are really holding you accountable as though it's a real therapy session. In therapy, they don't just let you not be held accountable for your actions. And that's what we're doing. Look, you got some help. It say, get off my boy. We done gave him too much for the evening.
The help, man. They just attacking me. They so violent.
We are just here to support you. So I've given an open invite for anybody who wants to attend Bossmas. You set the date and you let everybody know, so I don't have to be the Grinch. Look, I need a free ticket to next year Boss Fest. I feel like she do. You need to go on and hook that up. You need to go on and hook that up for the free. Because I mean, like, she gave you a lot of therapy for today. So like, you got definitely some really good therapists on the live with you today. Why are you looking at me like that?
I'm planning Bossmas. I got my hands full with that.
Kevin, blink twice if you need help. You don't need help.
It's getting bad. It's getting bad.
We just want you to be great. So I don't want you to fear success. Because if I'm honest, I fear not trying. Like, I think about things and I'm like, man, what could it have been if I don't try it? So I have to try it, whether I fail or not. I have to be able to tell myself that you did it and this was the outcome. So if you like, I mean, you know me, so I could not have it together. I could not understand. I still have to do it. Somebody could even tell me, hey, like, go down there and there's death right there. But in my mind, I'm like, but is it really? I have to like see this through and I'm still gonna ride because I got to figure it out for me. And I just can't stop unless I do. You muting me?
No, I ain't mute you.
You know what?
What made you think I muted you?
Man, I'm gonna just walk off the podcast.
Man, I can't
trust you.
I gave you a sound effect.
What is a sound effect?
Maybe if you wear the headphones, like I've been trying to get you to wear, you would hear it.
Did you buy me some headphones to wear?
That's your response?
Yes, I'm gonna wear headphones if I don't got them.
Some black ones right in there.
Bro, can you just tell me what the sound effect is?
Whatever button I pushed at the time.
Like, how you got sound effects, man? You just got the mics together.
I'm getting better at this.
I'm done. We're gonna let you just live in fear of your success and what we're just gonna let you do this nonsense that you do then.
What am I doing?
You're doing you.
In the process of me fighting through whatever these fears are, I am becoming better. We're actually having better conversations. I'm actually telling you more stuff and actually saying, instead of saying, I don't know, or it's whatever you like, dear, I'm actually voicing an opinion. For better or worse, I'm opening up. I just know I still have a fear of failure, not like I fear failing, but I fear trying too much and still failing. It's just a
But you
feeling.
have to give it your all. So you want to approach it like from a mediocrity like standpoint, like I just want to do it as like blah as possible, and we'll see if it succeeds that way.
There's a lot of people that just enjoy being average.
Man, that's a perfect way to put it. So you're telling me that you're a person that just wants to be average.
I don't have to be sensational. I'm cool with being average. To me, average is a great place to be.
Which is why that makes sense. Like why you're like, I call you the 9 to 5 mindset.
Okay. That's
I mean that goes hand in hand with that. Because I feel like you are the person that likes the 9 to 5 job. I want to know when I get my check, and I just want to go to work, do that work, come home, not think about nothing else, wake up and go to work tomorrow.
I enjoy providing funds so that we can live the lifestyle that we have built. Yes, absolutely. It's not about a 9 to 5 mindset. It's a we call it a 9 to 5 comfort that we built. And because of that comfort that we built, I don't want to risk it gambling on something that's unknown. Entrepreneurship, that shit is an unknown territory. You just walking out into nothing and you hope you land on something. But a lot of the times you just finna fall and fail. Then you gotta like, oh, I gotta get myself up and try it again. But it's like, how many times do you get yourself up and try again?
Until I succeed.
Know some crackheads that said that shit too, and they still
They said, man, I'm gonna succeed at this crackhead ish.
I'm just saying, man. Just
Like
saying.
this crack be doing everybody in, but for me, I'm gonna succeed off doing this crack.
Nope. What I'm saying is some people kept trying to make their way through some stuff, and they kept failing. They kept failing so much they found themselves in some depressed states, and they started using drugs to help them cope through some shit. Now they crackheads. That's all I'm saying.
I was so confused.
I'm there. I brought it back.
I appreciate it because I was just like the crackhead was like, man, this crack.
I'm not trying to be out. Don't be trying to make me a crackhead.
I was just wondering what you meant.
I don't want to be a crackhead. That's all I'm saying. You're trying to make me.
I mean, if you want to be, 9 to 5 and live in comfort, that's fine. I want to do something different. Like what I'm saying is I've spent most of my life doing 9 to 5. It ain't working. It is not working for me. I just want to try something different. So if I tried this and it's not what makes me happy, why not try the other thing and see if I can be more than
you keep saying it's not working. It has worked. You just now want something different,
better.
Fair enough. But don't say it didn't work.
It didn't work for me. Like I don't like me in the 9 to 5 space. I don't like the person who I was. Like when I think back at that person who gave so much to the 9 to 5, I didn't like myself. Meaning that it didn't work for me. Like I gave all that I had to the job thinking that I needed to do that to keep moving up, to keep getting more money, to provide a lifestyle. But when you provide a lifestyle and you don't get to live, you're just outside looking at the life you're providing for other people. And that's what I was doing. I was watching life move past me just so that I could go to work and provide. Like it was a never ending cycle and I didn't like who I was.
But that's what we've been conditioned to do.
I know. So I experienced an awakening about 2.5 years ago, and I don't want to do that. That is not what I want for me.
You want to read the comment?
No, you go ahead and read the comment.
You the better read.
No, go ahead. Get out of your box. I don't even know how to read.
All right, this is from Candace. She said, you are not wrong to stay in a safe place until the next door opens. But you have to put in the work to push through the next door. Nothing wrong with doing both.
I do agree. There's nothing wrong with doing both. But what I feel like you're saying is I really enjoy the 9 to 5 safe space. And what I see you doing is although like you work both, but people typically work both so that one day they can give up the 9 to 5. For you, you almost are like forced to do the entrepreneur stuff because you're so focused on the 9 to 5.
Got it. Not disagreeing. I said it before on the show. Entrepreneurship wasn't my dream. It wasn't my awakening. It was yours. So I supported you in your awakening. But then you woke up one day and said, "Oh, we awoke." And I'm like, "No, I want to sleep."
That's
But
not
you was
at
like,
all
"No,
what happened.
we awoke." And I'm like, "But I'm tired. Let me lay back down." You're like, "No, we awoke." God dang it, I guess
You
we
act like
awoke.
I'm forcing you to be an entrepreneur. That's not it at all. You literally, like, in your way of supporting me, I guess, threw yourself in this. To support someone, you don't have to do it also. You can support me in other ways, but that's not what you do. You go hand in hand. And if you don't want to be an entrepreneur, you don't have to.
Yeah, no.
I don't want to work a 9 to 5. So
I need to work overtime.
no, I thought you were gonna say, but I don't have to.
Ain't nobody saying to say that shit. It is a inflation out there. That shit is terrible.
On the next podcast, we'll talk about this men in this new world wanting women to go 50-50. So that's what we need to talk about, this 50-50-ish, because I don't like 50-50 either.
Ooh, don't do that.
Yes.
Okay. No problem.
That's the next episode.
No.
That's the next
no,
episode. I just said on the next episode, we will talk about 50-50. You don't have time.
Yeah, we do. They got to get a preview of this crap.
No, we're still talking about your fears.
Man, my fears is you talking about this 50-50. Like, for real, bro? We live in a different space.
We do. I don't like
if you want me to take care of everything, I can. But remember back in the day when the man used to take care of everything? They used to live in a 2-bedroom with 8 kids.
I don't know what people you knew did that.
Mama wasn't getting her hair done every month, getting the nails done.
I don't know who you knew
wasn't getting flown out, wasn't buying all this stuff now.
I think it's flued out.
Whatever, flown, flew, fleet. I don't care. They wasn't doing all of that. So if you want to go there and you don't want this 9 to 5, no problem. I can handle it. Just know a lot of stuff gonna downgrade to reasonable living. But don't think we still got to be flown, flew, fleed out. That's all I'm saying.
Why you keep saying that? Like, you can't fly me out. I'm already here. What are you talking about?
I'm talking about taking trips and all that stuff. You know exactly what I'm talking about.
I didn't know, because when people get flued out, it's like a dude trying to get a chick to visit him and you getting flued out.
Whatever. Bye. Next topic. Shit.
We're gonna talk about that on the next episode.
Next time,
because
50-50.
We're gonna talk about 50-50.
That's the next one.
Y'all
50-50.
make sure to tune in
to the
next
50-50
Wednesday.
conversation.
Why are you trying to out talk me? Because I don't agree with 50-50. I don't agree with it. I don't like it. We out here 50-50 in, but I'm 100% in half the other stuff. I ain't with it. So we'll talk about it next episode. This episode is about you being afraid of success. So you got a team of people helping you.
Wow, it's an episode about me.
That's how I make it in my mind.
No, bro, come on. Every episode ain't.
But it's your topic.
Nope. Last week was your topic, but it was still about me.
I don't remember last week.
That's that bullshit.
I don't remember. But they all in my mind relate to you regardless. That's just how I process it. So,
man, see, I'm trying to bring a little bit of myself to the show, and all you want to do is keep attacking a little bit of myself on the show. That's why I'm afraid.
All right. So we're going to have the next. I'm not going to attack you on the next episode.
And what happens if you attack me? There should be a penalty clause. Okay.
That's crazy. So I'm not trying to attack you. I'm just trying to make you better.
By attacking?
No, I'm just letting you see some of the errors and how you can improve, and have done so well thus far.
You trying to make me better is like when Ike was making Tina better. She was just in the house moping. I just slapped her. Said, "Get it together. Get it together." Like, you don't gotta hit me. I'm okay. Don't hit me. Last week equals I don't remember. Bruh, every time. I swear, man.
Listen.
What up? Go ahead.
It said eat the cake. I was going to, but like, look what Tina was like.
She was great, huh? Are you really gonna say that?
I'm not gonna say that.
Wow.
She was anime before she met Ike. Then she became Tina Turner. Wow. She was anime, and then she went to Tina Turner.
So what you saying is Ike had a winning strategy. and he had a winning formula. So if he beat a bitch to success,
no, because
she should be
you about
grateful.
to get us canceled. Let's just end the podcast here.
I'm just listening.
We'll talk about Ike and Tina
What you saying
when we
is
talk
that
about 50 and 50
I just
next
want
week.
to make sure I understand. So Ike had a winning formula.
We're gonna talk about 50-50 next week because you're finna get us canceled. All I was saying was before she met
canceled.
Ike, she was animated. Was
Wow.
that not correct? Was she not that?
Wow.
Y'all,
So
listen.
before she got her ass beat, she wasn't shit.
Did I say that? Did I personally say that? Listen, you don't got us so far off topic. So far.
Ooh, y'all heard it. Am I the only one that heard? You need the headphones? I hear it.
No, are you making sound effects that I can't hear in the headphones again? All I'm telling you is whatever. So I appreciate you on this episode sharing some of your fears. I do hope some of the feedback that you got on the episode can help you be great. I see great things for us in 2024, and I do hope that you can come out of your shell and see those for us as well.
Awesome.
So that's all I have for the evening.
All right, y'all. So I'm going to close this off on a more positive note because I don't believe in people getting beat to success is a good way to end the show. Unlike my counterpart here.
Whatever, man.
Who was she before she got her ass whooped? No, it's okay.
So you trying to that's okay. Because when we go 50-50, since you trying to get me canceled this week, it's going to be game on next week.
I hear you. Okay, cool. We good. So thank y'all for joining the Bossfest podcast where Edwina believes in a whole bunch of stuff I don't. And we hope that she has a change of heart coming to next week because we're going to talk about this 50-50. And we're going to see if she keep that same energy. And I want y'all to remind her of this conversation here when she talk about that 50-50. So until next time, you got something else you want to say to the people?
Nope.
Peace.